Welcome to the bold analysis, ladies and gentlemen. Since the President of the Republic of Kenya, William Ruto, decided to appoint some few members from the Gemba Nation into the cabinet, the government has gone a little bit quiet. Or rather, let me say, the ODM side, the ODM axis, have come out and said they are supporting the broadening of the broad-based administration that they entered into with President Ruto. And they're saying unequivocally, in unmatched terms, that they support the broad-based administration. I want to say something that one of my subscribers said I should tell you. And one of my subscribers told me, sent me a message, and Mr. Charles told me this. Kevin, tell our viewers that Raila Odinga went to that broad-based administration because he wanted, and I'm quoting verbatim, because he wanted the government support for the AUC. Any other fortune, any other profit, any other advantage that might come with that is just an added advantage. But Raila Odinga went to government because he wanted to get the AUC seat. So I asked, now if he doesn't get it, what happens? Now in the long and short of it, Mr. Charles was telling me that the truth of what is happening is this. Much as Raila has also fought for the people, Raila has his own needs, his own ambitions, and that is why he's gone with the president. Question: what should Raila, if Raila goes and, yes, at the height of him going for what he needs, which is right, our children have been abducted in the street because there is less opposition. Put it there. Think around it. I'm talking about Raila Odinga is reported to have held a closed-door meeting with ODM axis in cabinet. And that is Beatrice Askul, that is John Badi in Treasury, that is Hassan Joho, mining, and that is Opiyo Wandayi, who is in charge of energy. The details of this meeting are coming out clearly. A day before, and it was the day before, Raila voiced his frustration, saying the country is going on a negative trajectory here. He was in Nyamira in Bondo when he was talking about this. So is Raila pulling out of broad-based administration? Question: should Raila Odinga pull out of broad-based government? I've seen my MP. I want us to listen to my MP, Opiyo Wandayi. He was speaking somewhere around these areas and was saying they are fully in government. Let's listen to him. Now you'll understand that while Raila is trying to blow himself out of that cocoon of broad-based administration, his MPs are hell-bent and are saying, we are in government. They're the ones that are saying that narrative of we are in government. So in this podcast, I want to explain the critical details. What could be at the center of discussions between Raila and the ODM axis, just as the country gears towards 2027. A context that is interesting, the cabinet that is going on, the cabinet reshuffle that happened. I understand that at some point, Mbadi was supposed to be moved away from Treasury, but the president never just thought about that angle. So, what is at the center of that? Kindly subscribe to our channel, click the notification bell and like our videos. I want to say thank you for supporting our podcast. This year, apart from political analysis, we have been also supporting running charity programs, several of them. The last one was supporting Charles, who was detained, stuck in hospital, is now moved to a public facility. So when I go back to Nairobi, I'll also still follow up and pay another visit so that I can also tell you the condition of Charles that we had really supported, because I left Nairobi and came back up country. So that's why of course, I did not have many updates around it. But of course, it had been moved, and we are going to get more from that. Towards the end of this video, I'm going to share with you a snippet of his message to Tim Bold for helping him. Now, we have some 4 issues that are at the table before Raila Odinga now. The appointments, cabinet, ambassador, PS, the appointments trap against injustices. In 2024, Raila ran an experiment, a pilot. I want to join government, so I'm going to donate experts. So one of the things that Raila is really questioning, if I am to make my way in 2027, because in 2025, the 2027 elections will be 2 years away. Take that. It will be 2 years. We are getting to 2025 next year. So elections will be 2 years away from us. As people say, people should always try to forget. So if President wants us to forget about so many other things that the country has been talking about, he needs to make us start forgetting next year. So what Raila should say is this, should think about is this. Will I be able, do I have some fruits, some low-hanging fruits from the experts that we donated to government that we can use to bolster ODM party ahead of 2027 general election? Remember, you must come back to the ODM constituency. At one point, you will come back to the ODM constituency and try to explain that we joined government. So these are some of the low-hanging fruits that we were able to harvest. Are they there? The president is grappling with that question, and it is not a matter of if, it is a matter of it must be answered. That's one thing. Is it going to be a matter of concern? The second aspect is the Mount Kenya appointment. When a host of the cabinet from Mount Kenya were picked and were brought into government, there was a narrative that the ODM axis is under threat, that Raila is being betrayed. Now, if you look at the positions the Kikuyu cabinet axis has gotten, Mutahi Kagwe has gotten agriculture, which actually belonged to them. Liki Nyanjui has gotten trade. It was actually for Kikuyu because Moses Kure was there before Salim Mvurya, and before Mvurya and Rebecca Miano was put there temporarily. Which is the other one? There is Kafogo was being given ICT. That was also being given to the Kikuyu axis. They started with Owalo. Then after Owalo, it was handed over to Nyambura, Margaret Nyambura. Then from Margaret Nyambura, it has now been taken over to Obado, to Kabogo. Now, one of the things is this: is that constituency, is that Raila under threat? The answer is no. And if Raila is supposed to help the president, then he will selfishly want to be in the voice. The third question is this: the fate of African Union Commission bid and working out of broad-based administration. When Raila is in his home in Bondo, and he happens to call Wazes, the Luo Wazes, and call them and ask them that without blinking, without pampering me with lies and just things that you want to think I should think about, can you tell me whether I should continue the broad-based or I should leave it? When he tries to ask that, the information the Wazes will tell him, I can tell you this, I've been here. I've also been talking to Wazes here. I've been here for some few days. I've also been talking to some Wazes around this place. Hakuna kitu wao wanaona. There's no difference. So the question that Raila pondered about is this: what is my fate after Broad-Based, after AUC? If I get it, it's a different ballgame altogether. If I don't get it, what's next for me? I want to tell you this. Allow me to pause a minute and explain something. Let's all pray Raila goes to AU. By the way, chani niwaambie, let us all pray that Raila goes to AU. Why? Let Raila not come here and vie. The moment Raila comes here to vie, Ruto's tribal equation will find life. Unless he forms a unitary, if Raila is coming back, not coming back to vie, if he decides to throw himself in the ballot, we are back in the tribal equation. And Ruto are going to use it. That will be another us versus them. I'm telling you, if Raila decides to go back and Raila is going to vie, Ruto will go and beg someone called Rigathi Gachagua to support him. And the current governance questions, the current accountability check that is going on, it is going on because of the nature of vacuum. The vacuum that has been brought. When opposition was swallowed, no one is talking for the people. So the people are speaking themselves. Now, I wish that happens to the next general election, because the moment the Kenyans are the ones asking questions, the tribal question is not going to come out. And lastly, I feel Raila can think of pulling out of government. And remember, I've said, for him, he has a leeway. It's not so difficult for him to make a U-turn and say, I'm not taking this direction, I'm taking that direction. It's not so difficult for him. It's a decision that he can be able to meet, and he will come back to the people and tell these people, I tried, I went there and I've not found something good, so I'm back. So I feel that should not be something taken lightly. Thank you.
Mimi ni Charles Onyango bado. Nawashukuru sana kwa ajili ya kunisaidia. Kupata wenye wanasaidia ni ngumu. So that nimeshukuru Mungu na hata nyinyi mmeshukuru. Asanteni.
Yes, guys, so that is the voice of Charles. Now he has to speak kidogo because the doctor has advised that he really needed some rest. Ametoka tu oxygen last the other day. So we are here, as I had promised that we were to come to ensure kwamba ameweza kutolewa from today. Now apparently we are not going to take him home as we had earlier planned, because the doctor is saying it's a very, very critical condition. As I told you, meningitis with another underlying condition. So what we've also been advised is him be transferred probably to a nearest public hospital. So from here we are looking at either taking him to Mama Lucy or Bagadi so that he can still be taken care of. Now we have one of a distant relative that we were able to come through, Jackie, atatuongelesha tu, just telling us about situation in Charles. Yeah.
Yes, habari zenu. Mimi nawashukuru sana kwa kusimama na sisi. Sasa kufika saa hii tunataka kutoa Charles tumpeleke atafute matibabu kwa usingine. Nawashukuru tu sana. Mungu awabariki.
So yeah, guys, so thank you very much for coming through. Now this was a very urgent one. I know I really pushed you guys. We were just from our town project, so but again we had to do it. We thank you for coming through in a big way, and I believe that as some of us were calling and saying we pray for Charles, we really pray for him, that healing is going to be his portion. Na Mungu atakana. We can try as human beings, we can try our part, but really we believe that God is the ultimate giver of life and good health. And so thank you very much for your prayers. Yeah, some of you reached out in prayers, call Kevin, let's pray for him. And I'm just happy that now this is going to happen. We've got now distance few family around, just around when we're doing this fundraiser. And now it is advisable anaweza kaa huku The brother who's at home can make his way back here. Saizi hatawezi tolewa kwa sababu that barabara to Kisumu, there is a lot of snarl up. We can even spend more hours on the road, which is not very advisable. Remember that njia imekuwa na traffic, so we are told if you try, mnaweza kaa naye kwa barabara for long. That is why now we have to change and take him to the nearest hospital here. Thank you.